So Israel has invaded southern Lebanon. It's carrying out a ground offensive, but this is not their first time. In 1982, Israel tried something similar. It invaded Lebanon to push out the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And Israel succeeded. But the war gave birth to another enemy. That's the Hezbollah. In 2006, Israel went back into Lebanon to destroy them. They claimed victory in that war, but Hezbollah only emerged stronger. And now Israel is back to take care of it. But will this time be different? And what lessons can Israel learn from its previous wars? Our next report tells you.
It was the morning of June 6, 1982. 40,000 Israeli troops, along with hundreds of tanks, rolled into southern Lebanon. The goal was simple: push the Palestinian Liberation Organization away from the northern border. But as the conflict continued, the objective became more and more clear. Israel wanted to eradicate the PLO altogether, so soon they moved towards Beirut. West Beirut was the stronghold of Yasser Arafat's PLO. The organization fortified its positions, and thus began one of the most intense urban sieges in modern warfare. For nearly 3 months, Israeli forces pounded the city, from the air, the sea, and the land. Thousands were killed. Soon, the international outrage grew. There were calls for a ceasefire. A deal was struck. The PLO agreed to evacuate Beirut. Arafat and his fighters left for Tunisia. So Israel managed to achieve its goal. It drove the PLO out of Lebanon. But it gave birth to another enemy. Hezbollah grew from the ashes of the 1982 war, and their message was resistance. Israel may have ended the war, but it did not completely leave Lebanon. It carved a security zone to the north of their border. Israeli forces remained there, prompting the Hezbollah to target them frequently. Casualties mounted for Israel, and finally, in the year 2000, they made a decision. The then Prime Minister, Ehud Barak, ordered a unilateral withdrawal, and the Hezbollah took credit for it. There was relative calm for a few years, but in 2006 it escalated. Hezbollah attacked an Israeli patrol. It killed 3 soldiers and took 2 of them hostage. Israel called it an act of war. It wanted to wipe out the Hezbollah, and thus began a month-long conflict. Israel attacked Lebanon. Hezbollah hit back with rocket fire. Both sides lost hundreds. Over 1,200 Lebanese citizens were killed. It was devastating. But 34 days later came a ceasefire. While both sides declared victory, many took it as a win for Hezbollah. After all, Israel did not manage to achieve what they set out to do. So, 18 years later, they are back. Israel is in Lebanon to end Hezbollah again. But will this time be any different? Well, the recent successes have definitely boosted their confidence. Hassan Nasrallah is dead. The Hezbollah is leaderless. They have suffered multiple attacks. Israel sees this as an opportunity to double down. But any wrong move could be fatal. The Hezbollah may be down, but they are not out. They have fighters. They have a vast military arsenal. And a ground invasion is challenging. They'll be fighting the Hezbollah on their home turf. That too in close quarters. Plus, there's a chance history may repeat itself. Both in 1982 and 2006, Israel went into Lebanon for a limited ground operation. Both times, it expanded into a bigger and more deadly conflict. So Israel has to be careful here. Its unsuccessful track record in Lebanon shows that it can't afford to overplay its hand once again.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president, your primer on the race to the White House, Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.